from the 1011 streaming studio, this is Star City Buzz.
Hi everyone, Bill Rentschler alongside Danielle Shenk in the 1011 Now streaming studio for another edition of Star City Buzz. This week, Danielle, we're actually doing it on Thursday at our regularly scheduled time as opposed to our evening version that we had to do last week.
Hey, it's always fun to switch it up sometimes because we'll have hopefully a regular one this week and a regular one next week, but then we'll be taking Thursday off after that because of Thanksgiving.
There's only one event that matters, and that's
Turkey Day.
Filling your plate with as much ham and stuffing as you can.
Ham.
I'm pro-ham. I'm not
Pro-ham.
Anti-turkey, but
ham is ultimately better.
I prefer
it
ham
just
over
is.
the turkey. So, but plenty of events happening this weekend. So we're going to take you through again each day, kind of let you know. Obviously, there's a ton, and we have full complete list on our website 1011now.com. So you can go there, search Star City Buzz. You can also find a link to that story in the YouTube description if you're watching on YouTube to get all of the events. But Danielle, there's one big one that's happening in Husker football out of town. They're going to be in sunny Los Angeles this weekend. So again, if you're in town, there's one big event we want to tell you about, and it's a Disney classic. It's The Little Mermaid at the Lead Center. It's already started this week, but continuing through the weekend. Yeah,
and they'll have music by 8-time Academy Award winner Alan Menken. So it's going to be quite the show happening through the 17th.
This is my wife's favorite Disney movie. So
and
you
may
find us at the Lead Center this weekend.
I was going to say, even just from the video that we were able to get, all the colors and lights and, it's always, the Lead Center always puts on a great show. But,
absolutely.
with that, And
I believe our very own Taryn Vanderford had done a interview with the actress who plays Ariel in this movie. And so you can find that on 1011now.com if you want to check that out. So it should be a great show, and that's happening through the weekend. Again, shows on Friday and Saturday are going to be at 7:30. You're going to get one at 2 o'clock on
Saturday, and then 1:30 and 7 on Sunday.
Yeah, so 2 and 7:30. I'm going to start over. Friday's going to be at 7:30. Saturday is going to be at 2 o'clock and 7:30, and Sunday is going to be at 1:30 and 7 o'clock.
There you go.
There we go. I could do it. I knew I could do it.
It was written a little weird in our Excel sheet, but you got there.
I did. So that's going to be the big event that we think is going to be happening through the weekend. Again, a lot of folks are going to be down there downtown in the Lead Center, but plenty of events happening through the weekend. We like to again start off with kind of our things that are happening through the upcoming weekend, and I didn't update this, Danielle. So there we go.
Yay.
There we go. And one that's not on here that we want to say right away, Danielle, is the Shop the Blocks.
Yeah, we have it in our web story right now. We noticed there might have been a little discrepancy before the show, and we were trying to iron things out, but unfortunately couldn't do it as the clock was ticking. But we saw that there might be a Shop the Blocks at participating businesses on 70th and Pioneers and 77th and Pioneers, but then we saw another Shop the Blocks happening on the 21st, and so we were trying to figure out.
We panicked a little bit.
Yeah.
So we thought there was one Shop the Blocks, and we might have had the date wrong.
Yeah, but there might be two.
There might be two. So you might hear about the second one next week when you watch.
We'll figure it out, and we'll have it in our web story at least.
We will. But things happening again. Puzzling Adventure Scavenger Hunt. We've talked about this the last several weeks. That's happening every day from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. That's still going on. Over at Sandhills Global Event Center, Nebraska State Poultry Show, Danielle. On Saturday, doors open at 7, and on Sunday, doors open at 8.
Open at 8.
Mm-hmm.
For which one?
On Sunday. For the Nebraska game. Nebraska.
Oh, okay. 8 a.m.
Yeah.
I'm thinking 8 p.m. I was like, I
don't
see
that's
any
too
8
late.
PMs
No,
on there.
that's too late.
Yeah. And then you can either listen to some music, local artists at Cerro Cider, or Lincoln Community Playhouse is presenting the China Shop Friday and Saturday.
Yeah, 7:30 on Friday and Saturday, and 2 o'clock on Sunday. So again, lots of things happening throughout the weekend, so we like to start with those. Drilling down into the individual days, though, Danielle.
Yeah. I mean, let's mention some of the stuff that's going on here tonight.
That's true.
We kind of have a big Thursday, Minnesota volleyball's in town.
16th ranked Minnesota.
Taking on the Huskers. And since Minnesota football and Nebraska football aren't meeting on the gridiron, the broken chair trophy that some of you may know about that started on Twitter with faux Bo Pelini, that's now being carried on.
Is it really?
for
I
the
did not know
volleyball.
that. This is the first that I'm hearing of this. That's really cool.
Yeah. Because, it started out as a
Just
joke,
a joke.
but
now it raises money for a good cause.
yeah, so the money is going to go to Team Jack, and then I think theirs is called Team 1 and 4, something similar, just raising money for a good cause. So, yep,
The
that's
broken
taken.
bits of chair trophy, I think.
Yeah,
is what-
$5 broken bits of chair trophy is the full title, but just a gold
Chair.
spray painted chair
Yeah.
with the Minnesota and Nebraska
Yeah.
logos. The coveted broken chair
It
trophy.
is coveted. So that is going to be at 8 o'clock tonight, obviously down at the Bob. And, again, obviously tickets can get pretty pricey. If you can't get down there, you should be able to watch it on BTN.
Yes.
So make sure you have your DVR set.
Yes. And then Curry Clash is happening over at Sand Hills Global Event Center. We'll actually have coverage of that in our evening shows tonight.
There we
Just
go.
a competition of people trying to make the best curry.
Yeah, that's not my scene. I'm not a spicy food person. And so yeah, I'm gonna pass on curry.
You're a pretty mellow guy.
I am pretty mellow. I've been accused of being a basic Bill.
A basic Bill.
Yes.
Got it.
So yeah, things happening tonight. Obviously, again, kind of last minute when you hear about it on here, but there are plenty of things happening tonight. I like over at Deer Springs Winery, they're having a Paint Your Partner or BFF date night.
Yeah.
So that's happening this evening from 6 to 8.
Yeah.
So
Deer
if you can
Springs.
run on over there.
Yeah, they have a lot of good stuff along with James Arthur Vineyards. We've been talking about them quite a bit. And as we kind of go through some of these different events, Friday is a little light when it comes to events. But at the end of the article, I always include museums and galleries that have their showings. And so, whether you want to take a little browse online through some of the art or go in person to the museums, check out either one. The list is pretty expansive. But starting at 9 a.m. on Fridays at Prairie Pines, we usually talk about that one. Then at 5, the third Friday opening event at Clements Noyes Art Gallery. And at 6 is Paint, Pints, and Tarot event at the Jane Snyder Trail Center. And so that one, you'll get a tarot card reading, and then you can take that tarot card and go paint it with watercolors while,
Nice.
of course, drinking.
There you go. I would probably be down for the paints and the pints. I don't know
Paints,
so much about
pints.
the tarot for me personally, but
You don't
But-
want to know if what's some exciting
I
stuff's
like to
gonna
think
happen?
I like to
or-
think that I'm in charge of my own destiny.
Sure.
Also happening, this is going to be at 6:30 Friday evening. Project Funway. General admission opens at 6:30. They do have VIP opening pre-party that's going to be at 6, but general admission starts at 6:30. Project Funway, that's going to be at the Lincoln Marriott Cornhusker Hotel, and then over at the Bourbon Theater they have Josh Malloy, Kenny Feidler, and Trenton Fletcher. Doors opening at 7, and then that show is at 8 o'clock on Friday.
Yeah, and Project Funway looks like a fun one to go to. It's an annual fashion design competition and runway show for UNL students and local designers to compete to try and get Best of Show Judges Award. And so they're using all kinds of materials, things like that, to create unique designs.
There you go. So jumping into Saturday, because the Huskers have their match tonight against Minnesota, and then they're going to get ready to ace Indiana on Saturday.
Awesome.
Credit to you on that one.
Awesome. I know, because we have so many of takes the stage or kicks off, and I'm like, nah, we gotta spice this up a bit, just like that Curry Clash.
That's right.
Got to get things exciting,
And so this is going to be 7:30 Saturday evening, again down at the Bob. Indiana not ranked, so again one of those matches where tickets might be a little bit cheaper, but it's also Saturday night, so
Yeah.
you kind of have to wait.
I
and see
think Indiana is about 500 or so on the year, or maybe a little lower than that, but nonetheless, Big Ten, who knows what could happen. I mean, the Huskers are kind of on a hot streak, although anytime I say something,
there. Knock on wood.
got to find some wood, knock on it.
12-12.
Yeah, 500.
5-9 in the conference.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. And so yeah, that's going to be 7:30 Saturday.
And
evening.
then I was going to mention too, we saw earlier they are narrowing down the list for
yes.
National Player of the Year, and Lexi Rodriguez and Bergen Riley made that list. So 14 now have what it's narrowed down to, and then I think they're going to narrow it down to half that for their show or their little event thing that they do in December when they announce all of the different awards. So we'll know by then the final 7 or so.
It is nice
I
to have
wouldn't quote
him.
me on that, but
It is nice to have him back in Lincoln at the Bob. Obviously they have their match tonight, match on Saturday. They haven't had a match at home since October 26th.
Oof.
So it's been
almost a month,
3 weeks, and that was the last time they dropped a set. Was at home against Michigan. They beat Michigan 3-1. They've since swept Wisconsin, at Wisconsin, Northwestern, Oregon, and Washington, which has been pretty impressive.
Yeah.
So.
And, they're gearing up for Washington round 2 next week. That's next Saturday. So, hoping.
Wisconsin.
Yes. What did I say?
You said Washington.
That's not what I meant.
Another W. But.
Why would I care about Washington? No offense. I would care about Wisconsin and Nebraska, and we love watching that matchup.
So they will again have their first serve at 7:30 Saturday evening, but plenty of other events happening on Saturday. Again, starting early, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. They're having the Prairie Run over at Pioneers Park Nature Center, and then also early on Saturday over at the Sand Hills Global Events Center. They are having their Nebraska Tower on the Plains Rabbit Show. So if you are a rabbit enthusiast, Sand Hills Global Event Center is a place to be Saturday morning.
Yeah. Rabbits, you can show your rabbits and cavies, whatever that means, with the best in the Midwest. So
there you go. 9 a.m. you have Live to Lead over at Trinity United Methodist Church. Not 100% sure what's going on with that one.
I think just a leadership type conference to build on your skills to be a better.
Work on your skills.
Yeah.
So also, again, we had Fridays at Prairie Pines. We also have Saturdays at Prairie Pines. It's going to be from 9 to 5 Saturday morning, so you can head on over there, check it out. At 10, Fresh Greens Container Class at Knoyer Garden Center. I'm assuming that's where we're growing like our parsley and things like that. Your herbs.
Your herbies. And then, or you could go over to Sewing Saturday. It's Thanksgiving theme over at the International Quilt Museum. I think they're going to be sewing turkeys over there. Or you could go to the Fall Craft Fair at Lincoln Lutheran. Should
all be good things. At 11, so this is 11 to noon and then 1 to 2 over at the Turpin Outdoor Education Center. It looks like fun. They're going to do try rifle. If you've never tried rifle, you go over and you can try rifle from 11 to noon, and then from 1 to 2, you can try archery.
Yeah. And this is for ages 8 and up on the firearm, I think, and then 6 and up on the archery. So, it's not just for kids. If you've had a hankering to, try your reflexes at a gun or, see if you can hit the target.
My dad,
old style.
I think probably 10 years ago, so he's in his mid-60s, was taking archery class. So you're never too old to get to try out something new, and you could do that at the Turpin Outdoor Education Center on Saturday. So again, whole thing 11 to 2, but again, 11 to noon is rifle, and then I believe the second half is going to be archery. So should be a good time over there.
Yeah. And then the Junior League of Lincoln's Holiday Home Tour is happening in the Country Club neighborhood starting at 1. So you'll get a tour some holiday homes and
Google some of the old homes there in the Country Club neighborhood.
Yeah. And see, all the beautiful decorations that people have and take a look at the historic homes and design styles, things like that. And then, of course, Nebraska football taking on USC at 3 p.m. And little good news there. We heard that Raiola is good to go. So
Matt Rule today said he's good to go, and obviously they have their whole changes with the offensive coordinator, Dana Holgerson, taking over for Marcus Satterfield. Again, Marcus Satterfield's still on staff coaching tight ends, but we're going to have to see how that goes. They're going to be out in L.A. It's going to be broadcast on Fox. 3 o'clock kick Central Time, 1 o'clock out there. Kevin Suits will be out there. I did check with him. This will be his first time in the Coliseum, and it will be the last of the Big Ten stadiums for him to go to. He will have checked off all the other stadiums for teams in the Big Ten.
At some point or
This is his
another.
last one. The bad news with all of it is Nebraska's never beat USC. They are 0-4-1 against USC all time. Their last meeting was in the Holiday Bowl in 2014. That was the end of I believe that was the end of the Pelini era, because I think maybe it was Barney Cotton was the head coach, and I think they had Mike Riley in the stands or in the booth, like interviewing him during that game. But we'll see. Maybe we can notch our first win against USC on Saturday. Rounding out Saturday, 4 o'clock, they have a Krampus crawl at Danielle, you're going to have to help.
Beer House Mashler. Something. Beer
We'll
House. I don't know. Anyway, who cares? Because it's going to be a night of fun and mischief. That's the important part.
That is the
in
important
having some
part.
holiday fun. They'll have some beer poking at the rooftop is what they listed under the activities and fun. Cocktails with special Krampus and Snow Beast, sideshow spirits, things like that. Photo opportunities, of course, with Krampus. And if you dress up, whoever has the best Krampus outfit gets $100. Best holiday outfit gets $50, and best German Christmas outfit gets $50. But the admission to get in is $29. So if you win it,
You're still coming out on top.
a little bit. But I'm sure you're going to be spending at least that much in alcohol when you're there. So a little give and take. But
Yeah. A little bit of a different feel, though. At 4:30, they have a cooking class, Wine and Dine. This is going to be over at Art and Soul. So again, not quite the same vibes as the Krampus crawl there, but still should be good vibes. And then you can finish out Saturday evening listening to some Daniel Christian over at Deer Springs Winery. It's going to be from 7 to 9 Saturday evening.
Yeah. So Friday a little bit quiet, but Saturday a little more active as you kind of wait for the Huskers to get started. So lots of things to do in the morning, and then enough time to get home to watch the Huskers or go to the game if you're lucky enough to have tickets for Indiana.
I still have never been to a Husker volleyball game.
You need
It's
to
sad.
go.
I know.
Especially because, hey, I mean, some of our Nebraska fans traveling all the way to Washington, Oregon are saying, I can't get tickets back in Lincoln,
I just
so
need to-
I went all the way here.
I just need to carry Kevin's camera, and I'll just stay in and I'll
Get a press
Get
pass
get a
one of
media
these
pass.
times. Be a photog for
That's right.
Kevin.
I'll do that.
There you go.
They always need help in the sports department. There's never enough people shooting the game, so I'll go and I'll help. All right. We have more events coming up on Sunday, and a check of your forecast coming up right after the break. Welcome back. Another edition of Star City Buzz in the 1011 Now streaming studio. I'm Bill Rentschler alongside Danielle Shenk. We've hit Friday. We've hit Saturday. Jumping into Sunday, you got to head on over to the Zoom room because there's some puppies that need homes. I don't necessarily know, but I should clarify. I don't know if there's puppies, but there's dogs, there's animals.
Yes.
They need homes. I don't necessarily know if they have puppies, but they're having their Thankful Tales adoption event on Sunday from 1 to 5. This is over at the Zoom room. This is in partnership with Big Red Rescue.
Yes. And so looking at their little event page that they have set up for this, they said that there will be puppies. So great news there. There will be puppies. You can meet all of the adorable adoptable dogs, enjoy shopping with some select vendors, get pictures of your own dog, you and your own dog potentially, and purchase some raffle tickets that would benefit Big Red Rescue. So I'm sure they'll have some items or things there that'll also benefit you.
We might be in need of a new dog at my house because one of my dogs ate my wife's Ugg boots. So She's
looking
in
for a
trouble.
new one.
Yeah, maybe looking for a new one.
Or at least new Ugg boots.
At least new Ugg boots. Yeah, no, Rainy, she'll be able to stick around. Other events happening on Sunday though, 2:00. This one I'm actually I feel kind of old saying it, but it sounds like fun. From 2 to 3:30, uncovering the stories of quilts through genealogy research. This is at the Lincoln and Lancaster County, put on by the Lincoln and Lancaster County Genealogical Society. My mother-in-law is a huge quilter, so I know she would be super interested kind of in something like this.
Yeah, they said that those who attend will dive into the intricate narratives embedded in quilts and discuss research techniques that unveil their histories.
There you
So more than just pretty shapes and colors.
Mm-hmm.
Then from 3 to 4, Songs of Unity and Peace concert is happening at the St. Paul United Methodist Church.
Yeah, that sounds like it should be a good time. Again, just kind of some mellow.
Maybe help you get to sleep easier.
There
at
you go.
night.
Well, shoot, it's going to be almost dark by the time that
Yeah.
the concert's done.
I mean, you look outside almost now and you're like, well,
Yeah.
let me just get ready for bed.
Just get ready to go. So, yeah, kind of a little depressing. The seasonal depression's starting to kick in a little
Yeah. And then at 7 o'clock, you can either go to Drag Me to Game Night, a drag show at Mana Games, or Matthew West is performing at the Lincoln Berean Church,
Mhm.
the Don't Stop Praying tour.
There you go. There you go. So, again, plenty of things happening on Sunday. Again, also, it should be, Danielle, a fairly nice weekend to just really do anything outside. So, checking out the forecast, Friday, Saturday, both going to be a little bit warmer, mid-60s. Should see more sunshine on Friday. Saturday's going to see a little bit more cloud cover. There is an outside chance, maybe a little bit of rain on Saturday, but just a 20% chance. It will also be just a touch on the breezy side. So, again, if you're out maybe golfing, a little bit of a breeze, south winds 10 to 20, maybe gusting higher than that. Sunday will be a little bit cooler, not quite as breezy. It's still nice. I mean, our normal high is probably around 50, but we're still going to be in the mid-50s on Sunday. Again, chilly to start the day, so again, if you're out early for morning church or something like that, you want to get bundled up. But overall, the weather looks like it should be fairly nice this weekend. Enjoy it, because Monday it rains, and then next week it just gets cold. And
You know what that means, folks.
when it gets
know what
cold,
that means.
The
S word.
When it rains, it could come in a different form when it's cold enough. And there is that possibility next week. Obviously, a long time between now and then. But much higher confidence that it's just going to get cold outside. So,
Bill, you better make it snow. You told me what day, and I put it in for our
We'll see.
newsroom challenge. We're trying to see who is the closest guess to when it's going to snow, and I asked the weather guy, and you'd think he'd have the insights.
I gave you
so
some inside information when we're splitting the
insider
winnings.
trading over here. If anyone else hears from the newsroom, no one's even.
But I am Ken and I are potentially going golfing on Sunday, and it's like one of those. It's like if you could get around in,
Yeah,
but
do it.
after that, getting around in gets a lot more difficult because it gets cold and it stays cold. If you happen to be heading west or know someone who's heading west, the Anderson Wealth Retirement Husker Game Day forecast out in sunny California, their normal high temperatures are right around 70, so it's actually going to be maybe a little bit cooler than normal for them out in L.A. But kickoff, again, 1 o'clock Pacific time. Looks like it should be nice. Mid-60s, a lot of sunshine for the game there in Los Angeles, so weather doesn't look like it's going to be an issue for the Huskers and the Trojans out in L.A.
And I mean, honestly, it doesn't even look that much different than
No.
what we're going to see here.
No.
So,
We might even be a degree or two warmer.
don't let the Californians hear that. They'll
No.
probably be all bundled
They'll
up
be-
and cold.
have their sweaters. It'll be chilly.
Hey, I shouldn't talk. Even sitting here sometimes in the newsroom, I'm like, brr, I'm cold.
Yeah, but we really crank the
We-
AC. We crank the AC in here. So.
We keep it cold in
It's
the
true.
1011 newsroom.
It's true. It's very true. All right, that wraps another buzz for us, Danielle.
Yeah, and if you need ticket details, you know the whole spiel.
Mm-hmm.
It's on our website, 1011now.com. That article is live now, and potentially you're watching us on that article.
Mm-hmm. That is very true. So appreciate everyone for tuning in and for watching as always. Again, 5 o'clock news coming up here on the live stream platform. So again, make sure you keep it tuned in for that, for all the latest news, weather, and sports headlines as well. Appreciate everyone for tuning in and watching. And until next week, we'll see you later.
You've been listening to 1011 Star City Buzz. Watch, listen, stream on the 1011 Now app on